So hopefully we've got enough provisions here for the next few weeks, haven't we, James?
Not sure about that.
Well, if not, I'll lose some weight. With the life jackets, as we're just demonstrating now, we've got them adjusted, so we've got a maximum of one fist below, just in case they do go off, they're not going to try and ride up. And then tethers as well, not to wrap around your neck, just in case they get caught around any halyards. But as Nick's got here, just to wrap them round, so they're still easily accessible, but not going to risk getting trapped around your neck at all, getting caught in any halyards, that kind of thing. With our life jacket stuff, we've got a pouch in which we've all got our own PLBs, we've all got our own head torch that's also got red, got glow stick as well, so if we do lose someone at night time, snap this and wave it so we can see. Personal torches, knife on board too, and finally a bit of chapstick as well for your lips too. So we've just popped our mainsail up, and we're just figure of eighting things around the winches, just in case we have to smoke something off and dump a sail quickly. Full mainsail is all up, just hoisted on port tack, and we just tack round to starboard tack and get going towards Gibraltar, and hopefully get some good sailing in, and hopefully some champagne 200-mile days in. So we've just popped the Genoa out as well. We just had a quick practice at reefing, banging the reef, shaking it out, and we've now Genoa. We've still got one engine on, and we're going along about 7-ish knots at the moment. So happy days. First beautiful sunset at sea. Looking back towards San Miguel over there in the distance. Absolutely beautiful out here. Just need a tiny touch more breeze just to get that sail filled nicely. It's just about holding as it is. Yeah, got a little video, but it's just dive. Don't know, that might be it. Don't know what sort it was. I think that might have been a sperm whale. So we've just been sailing along quite nicely. Breeze not that strong, sort of 21, gusting 23, and the working sheet for the Genoa has just unfortunately gone pop. So we just furled it away. We'll pop the staysail out. Obviously we need no wind to have the Genoa out, so we can rig another working sheet on it. Going on in the microwave that's going a little bit sideways. Risotto! our basil and our orchid here, doing very well. Lunch on board the Nega, risotto, while sailing again with our full Genoa up, 2 reef main, and we're going along quite nicely at about 9.5 odd knots at the moment, in the right direction. So here we are out in the Atlantic, heading towards Gibraltar. Got some lovely nighttime sailing going on at the moment. We've got true wind speed gusting up to sort of mid 20s, occasional sort of 26s, 27s. We've got a low pressure over here off Portugal that's slowly tracking down Portugal, and so the wind has just backed slightly in the last couple of hours, so we are getting closer to that low and increased in strength slightly, so the forecast is bang on. And we're glad that we're putting that little bit of north initially coming out of Ponta Delgada, just to give us a little bit more room for manoeuvrability out here. But we're running along nicely, still with 2 reefs in the main and just the staysail up at the moment. Here we are, just under engine, just making our approaches into Gibraltar Strait, all eagle-eyed on Orca watch, and as Nick's just informed me, we're going to have sunshine on the other side, so we're not going to look like white pasty British people anymore, but we're going to look like olive-skinned Mediterraneans, or maybe that's wishful thinking. And we'll look more like our fuel bags, like radioactive lobster, more than likely. And that's Spain over there, and looking down over there is Morocco. And looking back here, we got Nick in the boom. We're just re-rigging our Reef Line 2. Just to make sure that when we do get that forecast Mistral in a few days, that we are good and ready to go. So we're just sorting ourselves out now in these nice benign conditions. There's the rock over there, fairly busy with the traffic and stuff out at anchor. On a sail up, full Genoa. We've got true wind speed of 24.5 there, no, nearly 25 right there. Just get it onto the screen so you can see. The apparent sort of 18. We are moving along at about 8.5 knots, which is quite nice. Just under a full Genoa. We're going to be pretty much dead downwind for the next sort of 48 hours or so. Sunrise going on in the Mediterranean. Beautiful.
life on board Manea, going on in the galley-tastic this afternoon. I am attempting to be vaguely healthy, so watch this space. The ragu is on the stew, so I'll leave it on the little simmer and I'm off for a watch. We found ourselves a hitchhiker, which is perfectly allowed as long as you do no poo-poos on that very nice sail cover. If you do poo-poos in the sail cover, you might find that I'll pluck you and you'll end up in the pot. Pigeon pie. Okay, we got a deal, little pigeon? You might flutter by away. You're about 60 miles offshore here. I'd imagine you're knackered. So you are allowed a rest, but just no poo-poos. Right, thank you. That's our little deal, isn't it? This evening has got his ragu stew a little bit extra, so we just spaghettied it up with a bit of mozzarella and some pesto, and I'm afraid Mr. Basil has lost 3 little appendages. Apologies to the crew. He is going to be okay though. We are nurturing Mr. Basil. He's not going to become Basil Fawlty. James here just on watch at the moment. We're just heading up to our waypoint, which is just over 20 miles away. Yeah, thanks. Just where that blue dot is, isn't it? Then just for people's reference, so they know where we are, we've got the north coast of Africa along the bottom. We've got Majorca up here, Minorca over here, and Sardinia, southern Sardinia here. We've got a tiny little high pressure system around here, so we've got the wind just behind our beam at the moment, but because it's quite gentle, we're motor sailing and that apparent wind is forward. We're sitting at about an angle of about 60-ish degrees to the wind on the apparent. Somewhere up near this waypoint in 20 odd miles time, we should find ourselves pretty much in the centre of that little high, and then what we're expecting is to catch Mistral coming down from the Gulf of Leon, so we might have maybe up to sort of 25, possibly gusts of sort of 28 knots coming down from the Gulf of Leon. So when we get up to this waypoint, well, I'll pop in another waypoint, probably due east pretty much. Which will mean that when that Mistral does sort of kick in, we'll be flying along nicely with our wind, that northwesterly wind just behind the beam. So we should be cracking along and be able to get the engine off and save on some diesel. So under normal circumstances on this sailing boat, I would usually build a route, but on board here we've got Starlink, which gives us internet access, which is fantastic. For routing particularly, it's really good. So I haven't actually built a route as such, because I just keep putting in a new waypoint every sort of 6 to 12 hours, just according to what Predict Wind and Windy is saying, and we're able to pick our absolute most efficient course to try and make the delivery as quick and as safe as possible, also minimising our diesel consumption. So we're really grateful that we've got Starlink on board. So it's a nice calm day on board, and as we're starting to get towards the end of our journey, we're just starting to clean things up as much as we can. So the clears is quite a pernickety job cleaning, making sure that all of these are nicely buffed out. So this morning they've all been rinsed down and vinegar wiped, and then James and Nick have been going over with the 303 protection, and James is just buffing everything out at the moment. So then we'll be able to roll all of these clears up, and then they'll be all good for the rest of the journey. And it also means, as it's starting to get significantly warmer now, we can just get a bit more airflow through here. We're just making our approach to Messina Straits now. So we've got Sicily over here, we've got the toe, the boot, kicking the ball, mainland Italy over here. We're just north of the TSS, coming into the Straits, which is round to our south. So we'll get over the top of it before putting in hard course alterating to starboard, and then be hugging mainland Italy, very close to the coast, just to try and get out of the current as much as possible that flows up from the Ionian into the Tyrrhenian. We've done the narrowest bit and the busiest bit of traffic. We're just here. So we've got a bit of current pushing against us now that things have opened up. Lots of lights around over there, looking over at Messina, and then looking back up towards the Straits, just past Reggio over there towards our right hand side, and happy days, on we go towards Split. We're just coming up on Santa Maria de Lucca, which is right in the stiletto of Italy. So we're right here, just at the bottom of the boot, and about to start turning up into the northern Adriatic.